in the Cracker Legends. Is it Mitch Ramirez or something like that versus Mike Davis? Uh, this one is kind of tricky. Because I get that everyone is on Mike Davis, and I'm obviously picking Mike Davis to actually get this one done. But Ramirez is actually training from Syndicate MMA. Um, Let me actually look at the roster. Um, Norberto Alonso. What up, man? Rene the Lord. Mike Davis is probably a lock. I mean, you know what? I get what you're saying, but Mitch Ramirez is training with the likes of at Syndicate MMA, as far as I know. I think isn't Mirab part of that team? He's listed as one of their athletes. Muin Gafurov, I don't know how how good that is. Okay, Vince Morales is not that great. Khalil Roundtree Jr. is actually doing really nice things. Jordan Levitt, I mean, he's very inconsistent, but still. Nazim Sadikov, uh, I mean, Sadikov's defense is not particularly great, but still. Who else is notable from Syndicate MMA? So I mean, I feel like Ramirez is generally being underestimated, to be honest. I saw. Oh, am I correct? I think Mike Davis is something like minus 1,000 of a favorite in this particular fight, which for me is kind of like okay. I mean, I get where you're coming from, but when you consider the fact that what do you call him? Okay, but when you look at the international rankings, it makes a bit of sense. But nonetheless, I feel like Mitch Ramirez is generally being underestimated in this particular fight, and I think it's largely because Rene the Rizlot, bro, just because you train with good people doesn't mean you are good. I hear you. That's not the point I'm trying to make. What I'm trying to make is that the point that I'm trying to make is that he's coming from a decent gym, right? And that means he can actually improve. Rene the Rizla, take Felipe Lima as an example. He trains with Chimaev, doesn't he? No, no, he doesn't train with Chimaev. Chimaev left that gym a long time ago. Um, Chimaev hasn't been training with who's that guy? Who's the head coach who was training Alexander Gustafsson? I forgot, but he left that gym a while ago. Rene the Rislot also take Darren Till as an example. His grappling got worse after being at Chimaev gym. Okay, fine. Okay, okay, but I mean he lost to Thiago Moises. I know Thiago Moises. I know Thiago Moises is not the best um scale or rather the best thing to actually gauge how good someone actually he is. Like he normally fraud checks people who are not good enough to actually be in the rankings. I guess maybe I'm arguing against myself, but losing in the third round to Thiago Moises is kind of like a bit commendable. He got to the second round with Carlos Prates. I think that deserves a bit of respect. Rene the Rislot, I thought Lima trained there. Nah, Chimaev somehow now has like a specialized thing where he does a lot of the things by himself. I think he brings in coaches. I don't know. Chimaev lives in Saudi Arabia, so I think the coaches that he felt like I think his grappling coach comes to him in Saudi Arabia. So I'm 100% sure that people like Felipe Lima have never actually trained with Hamza Chimaev. Probably he hasn't ever seen Hamza Chimaev at this point. I think the coaches, not all of them, I don't even think he still works with the head coach. I think he works maybe with the grappling coach or striking coach. I don't know. I forgot the name of the gym, but he doesn't train there anymore. Felipe Lima has an 87% finishing rate. But I mean that honestly doesn't mean much if you haven't been having in the UFC. So let me go back. Okay, he has one win in the UFC. No, he doesn't have a win in the UFC actually. Okay. He debuted. He lost to Carlos Prates on the Contender Series. Went back to LFA and then came back and lost to Thiago Moises. Okay, that's kind of sad. Um, yeah, yeah. I get it. Dubai is in Saudi Arabia. Or am I tripping? I think Dubai is in Saudi Arabia. Um, so I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm trying to defend Mitch Ramirez here, but I get why. I get why Mike Davis is a minus 1,000 favorite at this particular point in time. It's hard for me to argue for Mitch Ramirez. I just feel like whenever you come from a decent gym, and when you look at the people that he's been fighting, I mean, so far, he's only ever lost, as far as I can tell, he's only ever lost in the UFC, right? And the people that he's lost to in the UFC are Carlos Prates and Thiago Moises. Those are not bad losses, in my opinion, right? And he got to the second round with Carlos Prates. Carlos Prates normally will take you out in the first round. If you are able to get to the second round with Carlos Prates, it shows a, a, a decent level of skill, especially defensively, as far as striking goes, because Carlos Prates has a lot of power, especially in the first round. He looks for that finish, right? So I generally feel like Mitch Ramirez's performance, even though it wasn't particularly great, the mere fact that he was able to get to the second round um, is commendable because I think the only people. Actually, let me go back. I'm sorry about this. I'm going to take a little bit of a detour and look at Carlos Prates and just check how many people have actually gotten out of the first round with Carlos Prates. Just to gauge, maybe I'm wrong. Carlos Prates normally finishes you in the second round. I just want to take a look at the people that Carlos Prates has been knocking out recently. I think Li Jinglian went to the second round, but let me actually double check. Um, so let's see. Okay, obviously Carlos Prates lost to Ian Machado Gary via decision. Before that, he knocked out Neil Magny in the first round. That's impressive. The mere fact that Mitch Ramirez was able to survive longer than Neil Magny, I think that deserves a. I mean, Neil Magny is past his prime. Li Jingliang was able to go to the second round. Charles Radke wasn't able to get past the first round. Trevin Giles. A lot of the people are like, he had a bit of an issue with. I mean, Trevin Giles looked decent. So I don't know, man. And yeah, Trevin Giles, Mitch Ramirez, and Li Jingliang are the three people so far. Let me actually go a little bit down. Okay, yeah. Beyond that, outside the UFC, I'm not going to count anything outside the UFC. But within the UFC, in the Contender Series, Mitch Ramirez was able to go to the second round with Carlos Prates. Trevin Giles um, went to the second round with Carlos Prates. Charles Redkey couldn't get out of the first round. Li Jinglian got to the second round. Neil Magny couldn't get out of the first round. So, I mean, in all honesty, it just feels like Mitch Ramirez. Despite I understand why people are feeling how they are feeling. He lost to Thiago Moises, but to be fair, Thiago Moises is also a fighting nerd. He's not a real one, but I mean, he's still like a fighting nerd. So I think he deserves. So far, which is kind of sad for Mitch Ramirez, to be honest. So far, Mitch Ramirez has lost to both the fighters who are coming out of the fighting nerds, which is kind of sad in all honesty. But yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like I'm still picking Mike Davis. I think he should do decently well, especially because he's a little bit more seasoned in the UFC against pretty good competition. Um, he lost to Fares Ziam via unanimous decision. That shows pretty impressive striking abilities. Um, Ned, he knocked out. Oh, he submitted Nathan Levy. I don't know how to feel about that. Went to won a unanimous decision against Vyacheslav Boshev. That's kind of impressive. Um, Went to a unanimous decision with Mason Jones. I guess Mason Jones has been actually. Let me see. Didn't Mason Jones just win a fight recently? Let me actually check. I don't know. I think I remember something significant about him. Just that nothing comes to the top of my head. So let me actually just check and be sure about what I'm saying and not. Actually, Mason Jones is on a win streak right now. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Like, I mean, okay. I mean. Let me see. Who did he beat? When did he beat? When did they fight? Oh, Mike Davis. Yeah, he lost to Mike Davis. Okay. Um. Okay. I mean, Mike Davis has really good wins, man. Mike Davis has really, really, really good wins. Rene, there is Lord. Dubai is in the United Emirates, I believe. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. My bad, my bad. Um. Uh. The all bingos. What does that mean? What's this? It's basically a breakdown of the upcoming UFC of an upcoming UFC fight. You know, there is Lord Mason Jones is pretty decent in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. So I mean, in hindsight, I feel like okay, I get why Mike Davis is the favorite. I'm going with Mike Davis. I just feel like Mason Jones is coming from a decent gym, so it's gonna be very impressive. It's gonna be very interesting to see how this one plays out. But yeah, my official pick and my subscribers' official pick is Mike Davis. By the way, I made a bit of a mistake in the shorts. The statistics that are supposed to be for Mike Davis, I gave them to Mitch Ramirez, and those that were supposed to be for Mitch Ramirez, I gave them to Mike Davis. So my bad. I switched them around. I'm going to break down the last fight for today, and I have one more fight to break down tomorrow. If you want to join me, let's go there. Deuces.